is Dan Mersleft, and I am the music associate at iTheatrics. I'm so excited to be with you today. I'm coming to you from Washington Heights, and we're going to be talking about some vocal warm-ups. Now, for those of you who have seen our toolbox video, that's kind of a launching point of what we would be talking about, but I really want to specifically talk more about vocal warm-ups. Now, what the toolbox, for those of you who haven't seen it, just real quick, what we talk about are different things that you always want to hit when you do a warm-up. But that doesn't mean that your warm-up should always be the same, even though there are certain things you want to hit, like diction, you want to warm up your range, you want to make sure you're working on your vowels. So what I like to do is tailor each of my warm-ups to what I'm going to be doing later in rehearsal. That way, it's not just a warm-up as pointless, like, okay, we're doing this again. There's a reason behind it, and a lot of times you can build in like difficult moments from a show into your warm-up that then when you get to them, the kids are like, wow, I didn't even know this. And I do this with adults too when I'm working with them. You immediately like build some of those difficult parts. One of the things that comes to mind is Sister Act. I was working on Sister Act, and for those of you who don't know it, there's this really difficult section in one of the songs where there's 4 different things happening all at the same time. So we just did it as a warm-up. We didn't have sheet music. We didn't look at it. We just like learned all the parts together. And then when we got to that point, we were like, wow, we already know the most difficult part of this song. So tailoring your warm-ups to what you're going to be doing can just be really helpful, not only to focus your warm-up, but also just keep it new and exciting. So a couple of examples on that would be one of the things that I always like to do, and there's different ways to do it, is to begin with focus. You know, people are coming from different places, everyone's singing about different things, and when we sing together for the first time that day, I like it to all be together. So there's a really simple exercise I like to do, and you can do some variation of this, but this is super simple. All it is this. Ooh, that's the only thing. But you make this one warm-up last over like a minute. And the point of this is to get everyone focused and also to be listening to everyone around them. Because students, but also adults, myself included when I'm singing in an ensemble, you end up really focusing on yourself. And what this type of thing does is remind you that you're working as an ensemble. So all it is the ooh, but you hold the first note on a perfect ooh vowel and you go ooh, and everyone's doing that. And then you just make everyone hold that note until everyone has the perfect ooh vowel, everyone is singing, and encourage them to come down nice and quiet so that you really can hear the people around you. And then once you hear the room ringing, and you can really hear when that happens, when everyone's together, you move to the next note. Ooh, do the same thing on this note, ooh, do the same thing on this note, ooh. And that can last anywhere from like a minute to 2 minutes, depending. You know, you take a breath when you need to, come back in. But it's a great way to start a warm-up and help focus everyone on singing as an ensemble, especially when you're doing a music rehearsal that day, because then you're just really focused on that music. So now let's talk about specifically tailoring what our warm-up is to the show. So for instance, if I know that there's going to be a lot of ensemble singing, so, and that's versus like just everyone singing in unison, lots of parts, lots of like choral type singing. You'd see this in a lot of like older shows. It's a lot in new shows as well, but that's like the traditional thing you'd think of, like a Rodgers and Hammerstein, any of those types of shows. I like to think about how can I get them singing in an ensemble, and I actually like to do a modified version of that first exercise. So it's the ooh, but you have half of the group only ever sing ooh, and they stay up there, and then you have half the group move down, so then you hear ooh, and that's really hard. It's the same thing, you have to be listening to everyone, and then ooh, you have and then the other group moves down, ooh, so it's literally the same thing, except one group is holding that top note, and then once the other group gets to ooh, they hold this note for forever, and then it's the other side's turn, and they go ooh. So that's a nice slow one, and again, just you get to hear like how you're reverberating with the other group and getting focused, because a lot of that type of singing really takes just that intense focus. There's another one you can do, which is just a scale. That would be or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or ah, whatever you'd prefer. And you have one group either stay at the bottom, so it's ah, and And it's really just about getting them thinking that there are multiple things going on at the same time. And then if you're really advanced, you actually can start at 2 notes later, which I'm sure you've heard, like, it's like every, like, traditional choral warm-up in, like, a random TV show or whatever. It's just on whatever vowel you want. Something like that. Anything like that that's just making everyone think about the multiple different parts. Where then, if you're thinking about scales, like specifically scales, when I was working in Sister Act again, I love Sister Act. If you don't know Sister Act, you should check it out because it's an amazing show. Also, I'm not getting paid to like say Sister Act's amazing. I just love it. It's one of my personal favorites. So we did a lot of scales in our warm-ups because there were so many like quick riff type things in that. So for instance, one of my favorite ones, and it works on your range, is and then you just go up. And you keep going up, and then eventually, and this is a mistake a lot of people make, and that once you get to wherever you want to stop is going high, go back down, don't just stop. You have to keep going back down, and that just encourages you to stay healthy and also feel all of those different places in your voice again. So you come back down just a couple. So that would be a good one, like if we were working on riffs, right? Because now if I'm like, like we already worked on that. That was a terrible riff, but I guess I needed a little bit more of a warm-up. But you get the idea. So then another one would be if we wanted to work on diction, which for diction, that would be something like where you have a really quick song, where there's a lot of words. There's a lot of those in like Music Man and a lot of other shows where there's just a lot of things happening. So it's anything that will get your mouth moving quickly. So what I always say is you have to make sure your mouth is moving way too fast, especially in these warm-ups. So one of the ones that I love is zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, 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 zing. Super fast, and you can see how quickly my mouth is moving. Zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, 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 zing. Zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, zing-a-mama zing, 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 zing. Yeah, so that's like just a great way to get your mouth moving and ready for that. And those are just completely different things. And again, just using what you're going to work on in that rehearsal and focusing that on your warm-up. So you're already ready, you're mentally prepared, your body's ready. So the other thing to think about is how are we going to do this? Now, I'm sitting at my piano right now, but I actually like to do my warm-ups away from the piano, and I like to do them while everyone is in a circle or something where we're up and we're active and we really can be moving and I can connect with every single person versus like me sitting at the piano and people just sitting in their seats. It's a great way to just like begin rehearsal because we're going to be doing this so much in the rehearsal that I want to be up and active and adding movement. So speaking of that, I've actually written over the past few years that I've worked at iTheatrics a couple of warm-ups that are specifically designed to incorporate all of the things that we would need for a musical theater warm-up specifically, even though I'm talking about music. A musical theater warm-up. So these warms up your bodies, they warm up your brain, and they warm up your voices, of course. So now I'm going to show you a couple of these, and I normally like to end my warm-up session with one of these. Just get you ready for the rehearsal, and I'm like excited to be there. So I hope you enjoy. All right, here we go. Let's learn some warm-ups. So how this is going to go, I'm going to teach as if I were normally teaching, but I'm going to do it at hyper speed. So I'll still do a call and response as if I were teaching someone normally, but at the end of this video, you'll get a PDF that has all of these written down. So you can always go back and listen and follow along with that. So I'm going to speed through, but I'll explain why I'm doing all of this. So this first one is called Zoom. And it just sounds like, also funny because this is recorded on Zoom, haha, who knew? This was written like 3 years ago, so it sounds like this. Zoom doom doom zoom ba doom, zoom doom doom zoom ba doom, zoom doom doom zoom ba doom, zoom doom doom doom. So repeat after me. Zoom doom doom zoom ba doom, 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 zoom doom doom doom, zoom doom doom doom. Great, okay, so just to be clear, and I know you have the sheet music at the end of this, but it is zoom, doom, doom. That's a Z as in zebra, and then doom, doom, like dog, dog. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom, Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom, zoom, doom, doom, doom. So something I love talking about this is making sure your face is super active and that you're really specific with those zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom versus zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom, zoom. You know, there's so much energy in that. Great, so that's the song. You teach the song, and then we're going to add some movement to it. So there are 3 levels of this. So this first one is super simple. All you do is this. And like, if you're in a circle, if people are sitting, you can do this. I like to be standing, but just that's all it is. So it looks like this. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. And the ending is the only part that it changes. So that is level 1. Try it with me. Ready, and zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. Nice, that is level 1. Now for level 2, we're going to add a little bit harder of a movement. So first I want you to just go zoom. Let me see that. Zoom. Yeah, super high energy. So now we're going to do that every time we say zoom. So it looks like this. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. So last time we were basically just on the beats, right? Until the ending. So this time we're doing zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Now we're not on the beat. We are matching what we're doing with our lyrics. So this is another thing. This is level 2. Let's try level 1 immediately followed by level 2. 1, 2, here we go. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. Level 2. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. We're getting faster. I hope you didn't lose your energy in your zooms and your booms, or dooms, and your baz. Great. You got level 1. You got level 2. Am I going too fast for you? Pause and go back. All right. We are now going to do level 3. So level 3 gets a little more difficult. So now it looks like this. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Just try that. Ready, go. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Beautiful. So every time we say zoom, what do? Every time we say zoom, what do? And every time we say ba, what do? And for ba, I really like to be like as crazy as you can, a weird face, and also make eye contact with anyone else. I don't have anyone else around me, which is sad. But hopefully one day we will. So ba! And you can do it right to your camera, even get close. Ba! Wow, that was terrible. I look horrible. But it's fun to do it. So try the whole song with me. 1, 2, here we go. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, zoom, ba, doom. Zoom, doom, doom, doom. Nice. So now I have level 1, 2, and 3. That's a great place to stop. But there's something about this exercise that I love. And this is a secret level 4, 5, and 6. I don't always do this, and it depends on what we're working on. But now what you can do is slowly strip away some of the vowels, some of the vowels from singing, but you keep those movements, right? Because now every time you said zoom, we did this. Doom and ba. So you can really make up whichever one you want. Do you want to leave zoom first? I didn't practice this. I now forgot which one I took away first. So let's take away zoom first. We're going to go doom, doom, ba, doom, 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 ba, doom, 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 ba, doom, 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 doom. And it's so fun, and it's such a brain teaser of figuring out which ones to do. So you also can just, if you want to just take that out, using like 4, 5, 6 sometimes can get really confusing, but it's just a fun thing to do. Or you can take them away completely. But the hard part is you want to keep your energy up as if you were singing. Your face still needs to be engaged. So it looks like this. Try it with me. There you go. So that is zoom. All right, now we are on to our second one, and this one is called apples, and where zoom is really good to get your brain working as you remove those vowels, and to just get your face moving and your whole body moving. This one is, although similar, because we have levels again, it's engages a different thing, and it's really great if you're going to do some acting, because there's a lot of different ways that you can take this exercise and apply it to acting, so it's great for musical theater. So it sounds like this. Repeat after me, as we did before. Let's go get some apples. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Kiwis will do. Yeah, and make sure you have the clap in there. Kiwis will do. Kiwis will do. And I want you to take a nice big bite of that kiwi. Can you even do that with the skin on? I don't know, maybe it's the apple that you chose earlier. Alright, so sing the song all together with me once. 1, 2, here we go. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? I love bananas. Kiwis will do. That's it. That's the whole song. Again, you'll get sheet music at the end of it, so if you need to go back and listen again, feel free. But we're going to move on to some movement. So level 1. This one, again, is just about engaging your entire body, waking it up. So all you do is you slap your legs, and then you reach for, and like you're picking some fruit. And anytime you go, I want you to go to a different place, a different thing, a different angle, whatever. And it's really just about warming up your body. So it looks like this. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. And that last one's the one that changes. You have a big stump, but I'm not stomping because my neighbors are going to get mad at me if I did that. But a big stump, and you're going to grab it, and then kiwis will do. Beautiful. Try it again with me. This is level 1. 1, 2, here we go. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Beautiful. That is level 1. All right, now level 2 looks like this. We're just going to do movements first, and it's right, left, clap, clap. Right, left, clap, clap. Right, left, clap, clap. Great. So it looks like this. I'll do an echo just so you can try it. So it's let's go get some apples. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Kiwis will do. Nice. And as you can see, as I would normally be teaching this with students, you repeat it over and over and over again. So as you're learning the song initially, it's okay if it's not like perfect in every moment and like everyone knows every single word. It's just a warm-up. We're moving through. We're going to hear it 70 more times. Everyone will get it eventually. So that's level 2. Right, left, clap, clap, right, left, clap, clap. All right, now level 3. Here's where it gets complicated. So it's down, clap, cross, clap, down, clap, cross the other hand, clap. So the whole thing looks like this. Down, clap, cross, clap, down, clap, cross the other hand, clap. Try it with me, ready? Down, clap, cross, clap, down, clap, cross the other hand, clap, and down, clap, cross, clap, down, clap, cross the other hand, clap, and down, clap, cross, clap, down, clap, cross, cross the other hand, clap, and down. So as you can see, this one, compared to Zoom, the movements are really where you have to be thinking about it. So maybe if you're working on choreography that day as well as music, this is a great thing to do because we're automatically tying all of those movements in. So it looks like this. I'll go nice and slow. Try it with me. Ready? Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. And it's the same. Kiwis will do. Yep, we still end at that exact same way. So that's level 3. Just for fun, let's try a little faster. 1, 2, here we go. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Nice! And something that's really fun with this one, because it is hard. I've done this a million times, which is why I can do this. Although it is fun to like see it in a camera on Zoom, because you're like, I've never seen it that straight on before. So kids are definitely going to mess up. You're going to mess up when you're teaching. I often have messed up when I'm teaching. The thing to encourage them and to you do yourself, always keep going. And that's true in any of these things. If you mess up, just keep going. the worst thing you can do is stop and think about how terrible that was. You know, so I'm always like, just keep going, just keep going. If you have to pause, if you're doing, let's go get some apples, how about some wait, reassess, and then you're like, I'm ready. You can jump right back in. Kiwis will do. That's better than just doing, let's go get some apples, how about some mangoes? You know, just encouraging them. Take that moment, come back in. So that's apples. Let's try the whole thing, levels 1, 2, 3. Nice and fast, just for fun. I know you can do it. And then we'll work on our next one. Here we go. So level 1. Here we go. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Level 2. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Level 3. Let's go get some apples. How about some mangoes? But I love bananas. Kiwis will do. Nice. That is apples. Alright, last one, and now the reason I really like this one is you really can focus on acting as well as singing. Same thing with apples, where I like to take apples a step farther sometimes and really think about those lyrics, because you can really have a conversation with them. You can focus on acting. What are these people interacting about? What are these characters saying? And it's the same thing in this one, which is called tacos. Apparently I'm really hungry when I write all of these. So it sounds like this. Every Tuesday, all I think is, try it. Every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos. Lettuce, guacamole, extra cheese, please. Lettuce, guacamole, extra cheese, please. I really want some tacos now. I really want some tacos now. Try the whole thing. 1, 2, here we go. Every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos. Lettuce, guacamole, extra cheese, please. I really want some tacos now. Great! And actually I'm recording this on a Tuesday, which is funny, because now I really want tacos. And that tends to happen when you sing this song. So there isn't really any movement to this one, right? But what I said was, you can work on your acting. So I want you to think about, like, who is this person? Why do they want tacos so much? So you can add a lot of acting to this. Every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos, way over the top. You know, take it over the top. Again, even though it's not this, it's not getting your whole body warmed up, you're still getting your body ready and active, and especially, again, acting, getting into character. If you've seen the vocal toolbox I talked about in the beginning, we talk about character. That's the last thing that we normally add to that, but it's so important, and this is a great one to do this with. So the other nice thing about this, once you take it, you add your acting, I just want some tacos, that it actually works as a round. So you can either do a 2-part round, which is great. You can do a 3-part round if you're really feeling amazing. And you can do a 4-part round if you're really feeling crazy. So basically, a round, for those of you who don't know, it is row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. That's like one of the most famous ones. So you start at different times. And this one happens to work. So you can either go, every Tuesday, all I think. Someone go, every Tuesday, all I think. Next group, every Tuesday. So that's every, like, 4 bars. Or you can do it 8 bars, which would be every Tuesday. Group 1 sings, every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos. Group 2, every Tuesday. So those are 2 different ways that you can do that. And again, you can either just do 1 or 2. You also can keep it looping. So you would go, I really want some tacos now, every Tuesday. And a fun thing to do is you can, like, yell out, once you get that going, you can be like, group 2, really quiet this time. Every Tuesday, all I think. Group 1, really excited this time. Really sad the next time. And you just keep looping it and looping it and looping it. And it's sort of a never-ending cycle, right? And the nice thing about that is you're acting, everyone's acting, but you're also having to pay attention and listen to the people around you, as well as directions. There's a lot going on that you can really work on. And it's really great just to help, again, with focus, adding that character. And luckily, because I don't have a group, I can demonstrate. I recorded myself singing this once. So I'll show you what it sounds like. Sorry, it's just on my phone. But you can kind of hear what it would sound like if two people were actually singing.
Every Tuesday,
and you can start here. Every Tuesday, all I think, or here. Every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos, I just want some tacos, lettuce, guacamole, extra cheese, please. I really want some tacos now, or sad. Every Tuesday, all I think is, I just want some tacos. There's so many things that you can do with it, so many different ways you can go about it. And again, even though it's a little less active, there's lots of different things that you're focused on in comparison to Apple's or Zoom, which are very active. And that's nice, so then you can tailor it to your warm-up as we discussed earlier. So just a quick review. We really love to tailor our warm-ups to what you're doing. It's not only good for you to get you mentally ready, but also for all of your students to get their mind ready, their body ready, their voices ready, ready to go. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you embrace warming up as much as I love to. Clearly, if you can't tell, I love doing these, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thanks.